Alright, so honestly, at this point, nothing Roblox does should surprise any of us, but somehow, every single time, they manage to find a new way to make things worse. And today, we got a lot to talk about, so let's just get straight into it. So pretty much, the big story that's been blowing up recently is Roblox is completely planning how to change how user IDs work inside of games. And before you scroll off this video and watch something else thinking, okay, this is just boring tech stuff, just stick around with me for 1 second, because the implications of this are actually really serious. So as of right now, every Roblox player has one global user ID. It's yours, it's tied to your account, and it doesn't change. It's pretty standard stuff, but starting in October of this year, which is literally only 4 months away, Roblox is rolling out a new thing called Scoped IDs. Basically, instead of having one universal ID, players will be assigned different IDs specific to each game that they join. Your global ID still exists for things like friends, chats, avatars, etc., but inside of individual games, it changes every single time. And on the surface, Roblox is framing this as a privacy improvement that would be fine, you know, except the timing and the context makes this look really, really bad. And this is why. There's this guy called Ruben Sim. He makes amazing videos. If you haven't seen him before, I'd highly recommend checking him out. And over the past 2+ years, he and a team of people have built something called EASI, a third-party moderation tool that has been identified and flagged over 500,000 accounts on Roblox that belong to bad actors, predators, and people who have been caught doing genuinely horrible things on this platform. What EASI does is dead simple but incredibly effective. It keeps a database of flagged user IDs and game developers who plug a script into the games that automatically kicks or bans anyone whose IDs appear on that list. It's basically a community-run safety net filling in the gaps where Roblox's own moderation has completely failed. The problem is when the Scoped IDs update goes live, a player's ID changes every time that they join a new game, which means the EASI system and any other cross-game ban list becomes essentially useless because you can't track anyone by the ID that keeps shifting, you know? These predators could just hop from game to game completely undetectable because they've pretty much been spoofed by this new ID system. Ruben himself came out and said this. He quote tweeted the announcement, laid out exactly what would break, and made it very clear that it wasn't just a minor inconvenience. It would actively destroy years of safety work. Now, Roblox did say that they will be offering some improvements of their own native ban API where developers can share ban lists and stuff like that, but only between games owned by the same group or developer. Third-party tools like EASI are not covered at all. So basically, Roblox is patching their own internal system while letting the community tools that actually work get quietly killed off in a video game. And now here's where it actually gets more interesting. A well-connected community member on Twitter, going by Max, said he was skeptical about the stated reason of all of this. And then a few minutes later, he posted again saying he'd been tipped off about what's actually going on, and that it has, quote, nothing to do with stopping ban lists or making moderation more difficult, and that they were corporate entities acting very sleazy. He stopped short of giving actual specific details, which makes sense. He also said that it could cause problems if he went any further, which, you know, fair enough. The people in the comments pretty quickly connected the dots. The leading story is that certain large game companies were actually harvesting user data across different Roblox games and storing it externally for tracking purposes. And Roblox pushed this update to cut off their own data trail before facing major legal consequences. Basically, they're just covering their own backs at this point. To add on top of this, Schlep also weighed in, and he was not holding back at all. He called the game update completely unbelievable and pointed out the massive hypocrisy of Roblox claiming to care about the privacy while simultaneously having partnered with Persona, a biometric facial scanning company that ended up in legal trouble over how they mishandled data, presumably including data of millions of kids who have used it. He said he's planning a full video on this on the main channel to break down how egregious this is, and yeah, he got some pushback on Twitter from people saying he's fear-mongering and exaggerating, but honestly, if you look at it yourself, the actual mechanics of what this update breaks, the concern is pretty well founded, and it's actually quite fair. This is probably one of the most damaging things I've seen from Roblox as a company in a while. These are real kids and real families who have been failed by this platform, and instead of facing accountability openly, Roblox is using their own terms of service, which apparently includes clauses stripping users of their right to sue them in open court to try and make it all disappear quietly. The parents that have been affected by this said outright that Roblox just wants to bury everything so that the public doesn't find out what's actually been going on. The good news, at least for now, is that judges have been blocking this push, both for Roblox and for Discord, which is a co-defendant in a lot of these cases. Since a lot of these situations have been involving these predators moving the victims from Roblox onto Discord to continue the abuse, and Discord has their very own messy track record with this type of stuff, including the time they banned Ruben Sim's Rogue Cleaner bot, a tool that scanned predator servers and flagged user IDs, and they threatened to sue him, citing how he was somehow discriminating against users with protected characteristics. The bot was literally designed to get predators out of their servers. Make it make sense, Discord, because you just can't, man. Finally, one bit of news that's actually kind of noticeable in a different way. Roblox has officially been unblocked in Russia after about 6 months of restrictions. Before the ban, Russia was one of Roblox's biggest markets. Roughly 18 million active users, one of the top download mobile games in the whole country. The restrictions have been lifted apparently because Roblox agreed to comply comply with the Russian child safety and age verification requirements, which is genuinely a bit ironic given everything we've just talked about, but hey, you know, it is what it is. There's not much we can really do about it. So to sum everything up, Roblox is rolling out an update that will kill third-party child safety tools under the cover of quote-unquote privacy, and they're using this update to try and bury over 150 abuse cases behind closed doors. And throughout all of this, they keep positioning themselves like they're the good guys. It's a whole situation that I just think is completely and utterly stupid. Roblox is extremely scummy for doing this, and I don't support it at all. Now, if you want more people to actually know what's going on with this platform, please share this video. Drop your thoughts in the comments, especially if you've got any takes on the scoped ID situation or what you think is really behind it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.